deep in her butthole. And I mean just wrist deep. I mean just getting it right in her butthole, and then she shits on my hand.
God damn.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking terrible.
What a bitch.
Well, that'd be the last time that you tried to help a cat, help birth a calf. Right?
Well, yeah, it's honestly. I'm so glad you did that because I was going to go with a cow joke, too.
You're welcome.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown. For what week is this? It is July 14th, 2024. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio editor, the Big Bad John. We've also got our in-studio correspondent, Sweet Tea, and the professional going on today. Got a lot to talk about. It's been a couple of weeks since we've all been together.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Luke, the Big Dog Williams.
Hey!
Just turned 56.
Bullshit.
Looking real good
56.
for 56.
56. Oh, look, a day over 41.
That's right. Well, not a day over 40 anyway.
Just one day.
Just one
Just
day
one
over
day.
one day
Yeah,
over
exactly.
41. Yes.
All right, so we got pay-per-views to review.
Yep.
We got signings to review.
We got a lot of stuff
We got,
to talk
man.
about. Don't drink, don't smoke.
Wrestling business has been on fire
Or
lately,
do.
but before
Or
that,
do whatever.
Luke, how's your Sunday, sir?
Sunday's great. Birthday's going great.
That's
Great,
right.
great,
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. How old are you today?
41.
41. How's it feel to be so old?
Yeah, feels like it felt when I turned 28.
Fuck it.
Except now I'm old.
Fuck yeah.
Your body hurts more?
Yeah.
Well, his
That's pretty
body-
much it.
His body's hurt since he was 27.
I mean, yeah, my body.
Your mind is still a 13-year-old boy.
Thank you, Derek. Appreciate it.
That's right. That's
in wrestling years,
dog. Yeah.
In wrestling years,
He's in what, 8,000?
yeah, I'm pushing a grand in the
God,
wrestling
how old
years.
does that make me in wrestling years? Fuck that.
Well, that's just
Shit, bumps longer than he
just
has.
the boozing and the
Fuck yeah.
whoring.
Well, hey, look, that's a different calculation. Those are Ric Flair years. That's not wrestling years. Big Bad John, how's your Sunday, brother?
Sunday's going well.
Yeah?
Yep.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I tried, goddammit. Every week I try. Sweet tea.
One of
talk
these
to
days, he's gonna give us a fucking
epic
the
monologue.
first the monologue that goes 9 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, just gonna
exactly.
say you're blown away.
Sweet tea, how's your Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
Well, better than a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Do you know Wednesday was Hump Day?
Oh, maybe it's not better than Wednesday.
Hump Day.
Definitely.
I hump every day.
Fair enough. She'll stop humping when she's done. The professional, talk to us.
Go good. Celebrate my baby.
That's right. It's the big man's 41st. He's old as fuck.
I still love him, though.
Yeah, so do I. All right, well, I suppose we should get right into this.
I'm kind of fond of him.
Get right into this business. Hey, before we get into the actual show,
Yeah.
well, something I wanted to talk about.
Well, all right.
Let me find this jalopy head's fucking name again.
Well, there was two different names that we need to.
We're gonna
address.
address the first one, and then we're gonna address the second.
Then we'll go to the second one again. Don't drink, don't smoke. If
Oh,
you're on
look
camera.
at that! He took his post out.
Of course he did.
You take a drink?
What's his name?
Hey, Derek, just so you know, spoiler alert, a rant is inbound.
Was it Eli Wild?
Going down for real.
Shit.
What is his name? He's taking all of his stuff down.
Wiley? Eli Wiley?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Eli Wilder.
Wilder.
Eli Wilder. Let's talk about it. So, hey, man, I'm a big fan of keeping pretty much every mutual space safe, right? I'm an actor. For those of you that, if you haven't caught on to like the illusion of that, I work in our local theater and film community here. Been doing shows for just as long as I've been wrestling. Always been a part of that. Been a part of the music scene with certain bands and stuff. I was a lead singer of a couple of 80s cover bands a little while ago. I've been around a lot of the entertainment spaces. And I understand that, like, hold on, because I'm going to get to that.
I got you.
I've been in a lot of the entertainment spaces, right? And I understand that even locally on small levels, that you're going to attract fans of all ages,
Without doubt.
of all backgrounds, all ethnicities, and you're going to attract coworkers of the very same.
Truth.
You know, I've been, for instance, in theater, I've worked in shows with 8-year-old kids. I've worked in shows with 60-year-old, retirees. A wide range of people that come together to create. So it really, and I mean it really fucking chaps my ass when I find out that there are people in these communities We take advantage of people who are underage. And by take advantage, I mean simply this. If you are of a certain age, people will look up to you no matter what space you're in, depending on the information and the relationship you provide with them.
100%.
I have acted with girls underage for a long time. But you know what I don't do? I don't create a space in which they are too uncomfortably close to me. I do that myself to protect myself. Because I'm also a giant whore.
Yes.
And look, we're going to call it what it is. You and I have been best friends for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I fuck everything that moves if given the fucking opportunity.
Almost.
However, in that realm, I have a couple of rules. Rule number 1 is if you can't drink with me legally at a bar, no matter how old you are, you get no entertainment. So if you're fresh off the fucking knock at 19 years old, sorry, you're off the menu. Doesn't work for me. Doesn't happen for me. You know that.
Yep.
Number 2 is you always get consent while you're sober. And you work that out amongst yourselves. Now, grown consenting adults in a place where they're drinking, obviously that's a different conversation. But I'm using that to illustrate the point that at no point should a man in his 20s have any sort of relationship whatsoever with someone who is underage, specifically at that age, is so much lower than the age of 18. Now look, you're in high school, you're a senior, you start dating a freshman, you go off to college, maybe there's a little gray area there. That's not really for me to say. You guys were in school together at the same time. You know, stuff like that can happen. There's a little bit of forgiveness for that, I would think.
Within the right parameters.
Within the right parameters. But if you're 22 years old, 23 years old, there is zero reason you should be touching, kissing, holding, caressing, anything with a 14-year-old girl who wants to get into the wrestling business.
No.
That's just not okay. That shouldn't happen on any fucking level. There is no excuse.
This is not Moolah's
I don't
Not just the
give
wrestling business.
a flying
at all.
fuck. Well, I know, but I'm using
Yeah,
wrestling
yeah,
as the
yeah.
medium currently. I don't give a fuck if your excuse is, well, her parents know and that's okay with them. That just means that she has shitty parents.
Yeah.
It means that you yourself,
Have some morals.
instead of trying to initiate a relationship with someone in your own age bracket, failed. So you preyed upon, and it doesn't matter how innocent it is, once you go into a place of emotional or physical contact, it's fucking preying on someone.
Yep.
So, was it Eli Wilder,
Yep.
who wrestles up north, who just won this fucking belt for whatever?
ELLYW. ELIWYLDR. Wilder.
Gets booked on this breast cancer awareness show, gets handed the title, and then all the boys in the back who want to be champions about it are like, hey, we got 30 motherfuckers who saw him kissing a 14-year-old. That's not okay. Then the promoter doubles down. A guy by the name of Timothy Gibbons?
Gibbons.
Doubles down, cuts a little cute little Facebook promo about how people got their 15 minutes of fame and how their butt hurt and how if they got a problem they can meet. Well, motherfucker, I got a problem. And I live at 6176 Bayer Circle, Carterville, Illinois, apartment 15. So if you really got a problem and you really mean your tough guy bullshit about how you want to protect a fucking pedophile because that's where they are, you know where to find me. And before you get on your little Facebook Live and have all your inbred cousin fucking fans try to back you up, ask anybody you know about me. I will beat the brakes off of you. And then I'll come to your show and I'll beat the brakes off of him and half your fucking roster if I have to. It's your job to protect people in this business, and you didn't do it. Then you want to get online and play tough guy? Motherfucker, I don't play tough guy. I am a tough guy. You know how I got to be tough? By beating the fuck out of shitheads like you. So the next time you let a pedophile walk into my business and then you want to call out my friends, you better understand something. I've been to jail. It's not that fucking hard to go to. It's not that fucking hard for me to get out of. I'll go to whatever pissant show you run in Northern Illinois and I'll smack the piss out of every single fucking one of you. Keep pedophiles off your fucking wrestling shows. It's not that hard. You know a guy with a history of doing dumb shit, you don't fucking book him.
100%.
It's that easy. It's that fucking easy. And here's the thing. Unfounded allegations happen. They do. I can understand that. And if the guy legitimately didn't do anything wrong, you know what? I'll take it back. But if 30 of my boys, can talk about it openly and talk about how it happened, it fucking happened. And you defending them and threatening my people, that shit don't fly. And you're probably not going to see this, but I hope you fucking do, because I'm serious. 100% serious.
He should want better for his promotion.
You should want better, period. All right? I got a 16-year-old kid.
Right.
I got a 16-year-old kid, and I got a 10-year-old kid. You let me find out that a grown fucking woman is talking to them some type of way, and I'm not going to do the same goddamn thing? I don't know this girl. She's 14. I don't know her history. I don't know her parents. I don't know anything about that. All I know is shit like that shouldn't fly.
No.
So to both of you, go fuck yourselves. Not a one of you's a tough guy, no matter how a whole lot fucking meaner. And if you don't believe me, check my fucking rap sheet. That being said, Luke?
Yes.
It's wrestling day.
It's wrestling.
It's his birthday.
Yeah, no, no place for any of that bullshit in this business. There's no place for any of that bullshit anywhere. Not just this business. No business, no livelihood, no nothing. It's wrong. No matter how you slice it. It's pathetic.
Byron Cutler, thank you for joining the stream, my man.
Hello.
Sorry you didn't get in on the preemptive strike there. This show isn't about that all the time. That's just what happened to be a part of the show in the opening. Please stick around. Please hang out. We're going to get into all the wrestling talk, I promise. Don't want to run off new fans.
He says apparently Zilla Fought 2 is going to be on Roman Reigns' side in War Games.
Well, I've been saying that Zilla should get Roman and that he should also get Herculio. So the brothers are split up.
Also, I mean, you have Journey that's still out there too.
And what is it? Tamawatha? Takawata? Hadawata? The other Fatu?
Oh, yeah, Tama Nama Mama Mama.
Yeah.
Or whatever, Fatu. We'll just call him Fatu. We don't call him M for short, but you have to say it like that.
That's right.
You have to say M.
We'll call him
All right. I haven't been on here. I've been looking for a new promotion started. Found one in Murfreesboro. No Fold. We were just talking about No Fold.
Yes.
Actually, there are videos from one of the No Fold events
on the page,
on the show. Please go and check them out. Yeah, we've had a working relationship with them for a little while.
Yeah, come check it out.
Very nice guys. Nolan is super cool. His family's super cool, and they had us. Were very nice to have us the last time we were in the house. So,
all right. So that being said, let's get back to work. Let's bring the show back up to a good place.
Welcome everyone.
There are more rants to come about just pro wrestling, I promise. So let's get into it. Big Bad John.
Morons.
Hit us with our top story of the day.
All right, Money in the Bank.
What a show. I got to get back in the notebook here.
All right. Well, here we go. Can you read that?
Oh, look
at the big screen.
We got our picks taken. It was Jay, Andrade, Gable, Hayes, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre in the Money in the Bank. Myself, Luke, Big Bad John, and Sweet Tea went with Jay for the winner. Special K went with LA Knight. Unfortunately, we all lost.
Yes, we did.
Unfortunately, Drew McIntyre picks up the win. We're going to get into that. We went, let me see here. Big Bad John and Sweet Tea went with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. Tiffany Stratton was myself, Luke, and Special K's pick.
Hit us with the next picture. I want to say something about this.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green.
What a stud.
Holy shit.
What a stud.
This picture really does it justice, if you ask me. It shows you the amount of, well, first off, the danger that's involved. Second off, she took that shit like a champ. Look at her.
She did, yeah.
Insane.
Incredible talent.
Insane. Hit it. Go ahead and go back there, John. All right.
Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. It looked like Sweet Tea and Big Bad John went Sami Zayn. Myself, Special K, and Big Dog went with Braun Breaker. To our upset, Sami Zayn takes the win. Oh, I know, buddy. They would have been shut down, but you know what? We got past that. We're going to keep on talking here.
Yeah, we don't know if there's a delay, so.
Yeah, Damian Priest against Seth Rollins. Myself, Special K, and Luke went with Damian Priest. Big Bad John and Sweet Tea went with Seth Rollins. Damian picking up the win. And then we had Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens against the Bloodline, which was the team up of Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Solo Sikoa,
Yes.
and the Bloodline picked up the win there. That
Solo
was
Sikoa getting the win over
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes,
That
which
was
is
our
a big
pick.
win for him.
Luke Coletta and my Special K, the professional, and myself. So, yeah, we all got some points on the show. The big upset, obviously, was Drew McIntyre cashing in, turning it into a triple threat match, and then CM Punk coming out and doing what CM Punk does.
I didn't pull up the pictures for it, but the botch, I'm so tired of hearing about it. Let's go ahead and throw it out there. The music cue was what was wrong.
Yeah. So Seth goes for the pin on Damien. Damien doesn't kick out. The referee has to save it, but what was supposed to happen was Drew's music was supposed to hit and break up the count. That's what they were prepared to do. That's what they were told to do. They probably had a directive. Hey, don't kick out until you hear the music. I'm sure Priest wasn't even expecting to kick out, and then the music doesn't come.
Well, not only that, but if you go back and you watch the footage, he's not behind, like, he's not driving.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if when he come down in the Falcon
Dumped on his
Arrow,
head, maybe.
that maybe it hit and he just couldn't hear.
Yeah.
For a moment, anything had, regardless, the ref didn't count to 3. It's the ref's discretion. There is no instant replay rule in professional wrestling, not in the WWE anyway.
Yeah.
Therefore, referee's decision's final.
Yeah. Ultimately, though, Money in the Bank, solid pay-per-view. A couple of botches along the way. The women's match had quite a few. That poor Zoe. Was it Zoe Stark that came down on her head?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
man.
man.
Coming
She
over
got
the rope.
lucky, though.
She missed the ladder.
She got real lucky.
When I first watched it, I thought she hit the ladder. The rewatch
Yeah.
showed it, but man.
Well, then her taking the fucking Falcon Arrow or Michinoku driver into that ladder in the
Yeah.
first fucking place
Yeah.
was vicious as shit.
We had the count-out fuck-up. Not
Yeah.
count-out, the music cue fuck-up.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker stole the show.
Yeah.
Great singles match. I did not expect Sami to win. I really thought it was going to be fucking Braun Breaker taking the belt.
I thought they were going to
Well, not only that, I think that the women's Money in the Bank itself was actually better than the men's. I think that it was executed
Ooh,
better.
yeah.
I do. But I think that's purposefully done for the fact that Drew was going to cash in anyway.
Here, counter argument to that. I don't think it was better than the men's. I do think this was the best women's Money in the Bank that we've ever had.
See, I just think they were more flawless
Well, sure.
than,
Yeah, absolutely.
than the men were. What does that say? Hio did a number on Zoe, yeah. I can't...
I've been telling everyone that it really didn't matter who won, whether it was Damien or Seth, because the irresponsible force that is the ring general, I believe he means unstoppable force.
Yeah.
That is the ring general is waiting in the wings, and that's a big task. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I don't expect Damian Priest to be champion past SummerSlam.
I don't either.
If he is, great, but my money is all in on Gunther.
Here's the deal, which we'll get into here in a minute. Certain eras are over, certain eras are beginning, and that's one of them that is about to be up.
Yeah. Well, we've already seen, the tag titles change hands.
Well, and now you'll have the Royal Rumble winner going again to pick Gunther to
and-
wrestle is going to be huge.
And that was something that, I wanted to... Yeah, it sucks that the Money in the Bank ladder match was resolved at the end of the night, in a way, because you can't really promote it now, but...
No one's going to cash in.
But, this means that the Rumble winner going to WrestleMania is definitive. There's no more questions. There's no what-if scenarios. It's going to be the Rumble winner versus one champion, and what we all rightfully assume will be the winner of the Elimination Chamber facing the other champion.
Yeah.
However that all shakes out, we've got a lot of time to tell. But the Money in the Bank ladder match is out of the way, making that Rumble spot even more, giving it more grandeur and making it more important.
I
That makes
100%
sense.
agree.
And also, this is the first time, I think, in a long time that the only Money in the Bank ladder match holder on both shows is the woman. So, we can make the women's Money in the Bank a little bit more important this time.
Yeah. No,
So,
I totally agree.
It shakes it up, makes it different. I like it. I'm not mad about it. Plus, it furthers Punk and Drew, which...
And Tiffany Stratton's the perfect person to take the Money in the Bank.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit us with the next one, John, but you actually have to hit us with 2. All right. At Money in the Bank, John Cena comes out, announces 2025 will be his last year in professional wrestling.
His last Rumble, his last Chamber, his last Mania. Now, he did go on the presser to say that Mania won't necessarily be his last match of the year.
He will never wrestle at another Royal Rumble, Mania, or Elimination Chamber. This is the last 3.
That means we could get him at SummerSlam in 2025,
Yes.
too. He can run the entire
He
year.
said that he would like to hit 20 to 30 dates on this tour.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Love him, hate him,
Say what you
gotta
want.
respect him. John Cena is and will go down in history as the man who Basically saved professional wrestling from the Chris Benoit tragedy.
Well, JBL put it best. Nobody else could have walked in after the Attitude Era and filled the shoes of basically every
Undertaker.
major star of the entire
Yeah.
Attitude Era. Because you got to think, the Attitude Era spread across 2 companies. So the Attitude Era was secure in a way because you had viewership, but you had the NWO and Goldberg and Diamond Dallas Page.
Right.
You had Stone Cold and The Rock
And DX.
Triple H and DX and The Undertaker and
Everyone that was on WWE was a main star.
yeah. So like for a guy to come in 2002 after WCW closes and says it's going to take some time, but I'm going to carry this whole goddamn company, and then in 3 years is the guy carrying the whole goddamn company, and he carries the company for a decade. There's no other superstar you can think about at that level that could have done it. Batista, maybe, if you don't consider the fact that Batista was already 10 years older than Cena. Orton, maybe, if you don't consider that Orton doesn't have the affability and outreach ability that Cena does. Edge, maybe, if you recognize that Cena did more for the people outside of the WWE with the Make-A-Wish and the movies and just being turning
all
the
around
WWE,
good dude. I mean,
turning the WWE into his brand.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is that
and
Edge,
knowing when
He
to
made
leave.
WWE his bitch.
exactly. Well, The Rock is The Rock's brand. Stone Cold is the Stone Cold's brand. Randy Orton is Randy Orton. Bret Hart is Bret Hart. Oh, you name it the way it is. But when you think about John Cena, you don't think about John Cena. You think about the WWE and the universe.
Yeah.
The guy's a 16-time world champion. Wrestled more dates than anybody across 10 years that had ever wrestled before. Wrestled more dates in 10 years than Hulk Hogan.
100% the GOAT of his generation.
Wrestled more dates over what was it? Hogan was in WCW for 6 years.
Yeah.
7 years. Cena wrestled more dates than Hulk Hogan wrestled for WCW the entire time he was there in half the time.
93 to,
Like,
two,
the guy
93 to 2001.
The guy is just fucking everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But you don't think that maybe in 10 to 15 years he might have, let's do another match?
well, here's the thing. Cena's pushing,
He's retiring from active competition.
and Cena's pushing 50. If he's not already 50, because
Yeah.
Orton
He doesn't
is
want to be like a Ric Flair. He's
Or-
like the Energizer Bunny that keeps going.
Orton's
Well,
44. Orton just turned
Yeah.
44. And so, yeah, Cena's 47, 48.
Really
If
think this
Hollywood,
will be his last
hold on,
year?
if Hollywood would have been as inspirational and as influential in professional wrestling as it is now, as it would have been in Ric Flair's day, Flair wouldn't have stayed around as long.
No.
No, none of the Hollywood. They didn't. They treated wrestling like a sideshow. They weren't. They were considered actors, but they weren't considered actors. You know what I mean? Like,
Well-
Hogan really broke down the wall for
Yeah.
professional wrestling.
But to that end, the questions he's asking. Now, do I think that Cena can show up at a WrestleMania and hit an FU for a pop?
Sure.
Sure. But is he going to wrestle a full match?
No.
No. Do I think that they can get him for Raw in 5 years to do some promotion stuff and when they're
30th,
in Boston?
40th Raw,
When
50th
we know,
Raw.
can you get
yeah.
him on a mic and get him to say something crazy? Absolutely. But I think that Cena means it when he says that he's on the way out.
Well, they have his likeness rights and shit for life.
Yeah, he'll be in every video game from
Yeah.
here until the end of
I mean,
time.
hell, Eddie Guerrero, Andre the
Um,
Giant, they've all on the video games and
So,
shit still.
but interesting question, since we're talking about it. If you had to pick right now, just Cena's last WrestleMania opponent, who do you think it should be? I have 3 answers. Right? I've got 3 answers in mind because each of them
Well,
work.
there's the obvious answer,
Which is?
which is Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen.
So I believe genuinely it's going to be Cena and Cody because that's
LA Knight could use the rub.
a good one.
And honestly, if you want to do it with a heel, I mean, how do you want to cement your legacy? Randy Orton.
We'll see. And
And also, I see him working with Bo Dallas and the boys throughout the next year as well.
Maybe to run off that last bit he did with the Fiend
With
at,
Bray and shit,
WrestleMania.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Because he always liked Bray. He pushed Bray a lot.
Yeah. So I think 3 separate scenarios all work. I think that Cody especially if we're getting Rock and Roman on one of the other nights,
Then you have to have something
what
big.
better way for The Rock to pass the torch to Roman and for Cena to pass the torch to Cody?
Yep.
What better way? 2, Randy Orton, because they started in OVW together. They battled all over the world.
They had that run where for 3 years
It was just
trading
them in
belts.
the main event with him and Edge.
Yep.
What better way than to go out against the guy you've wrestled the longest?
Have them both retire. Have them both
Or-
have their retirement match against each other.
Or CM Punk.
Punk would be money,
Punk would be the last.
but he's already done it.
But this isn't. This is the last time they wrestled. Punk won.
That's true.
John Cena hasn't beaten CM Punk since Money in the Bank.
That's true.
What better promo, what better way to build it is for Punk to come out as the bad guy and be like, hey, superstar. Hey, guy that everyone loves. Guy that while I was sitting at home, the business gave everything to. You still haven't beaten me, and since you're going home, I want one more crack.
Yeah, I actually got an idea that we could add into that list. Who did you say? You said Randy Orton.
Cody and Punk.
Cody and Punk. There's one name that you did not put on the list.
Who?
But I think would be the perfect way to retire and in an era. It's got to be Sting.
Shut the fuck up. I love you. It's Sting.
It's got to be Sting.
Sting. Well, anyway, all that to say is John Cena has announced his official retirement, and honestly, sir, thank you for your service.
Time well spent. Hit us with the next one. Excuse me. All right, Heat Wave. NXT's offering for Heat Wave last weekend. We had a hell of a crowd there, hell of a turnout. The card was killer. We had the NXT Women's North American Championship. Kalani Jordan defending against Sol Ruka, to which Kay was the only one to go with Sol. We all went with Kalani, all scoring a point. NXT Tag Team Championships, Fraser and Axiom defeated Chase U. All of us went for Chase U, no point there. NXT Men's North American Championship. Obviously, Oba retains over Wes Lee. We all seen that coming.
Yep.
NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne defends against Lola Vice. KB taking the solo point. There. All right. Now, here's the match we want to talk about. NXT Championship. Fatal 4-Way. Trick Williams defending the NXT Championship against Javon Evans, Sean Spears, and Ethan All Ego Page.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Page, a friend of the podcast.
Yes, he is.
We are super proud of this man. Hit us with the next picture, Johnny. We are not the only ones that are super proud of this man.
What
As
is
you
this?
can tell,
Entertainment guy says, shout out to everyone in the chat, including Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. And shout out from the South Bronx. Brother something Contreras, a.k.a. Sport Entertainment guy. Well, hey, brother.
Hey, man.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
the shout out from the Bronx. That's fucking wild, bro.
Thank you very much. That's super cool. We will hit you back with a follow just for being in the chat.
Appreciate that, my man.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you. I thought you would appreciate this picture.
I did. Oh, man. I don't even know where to start. We're watching, because we watched it together.
Yes.
And obviously I went Trick. But we
both did.
Off camera determining that, if Ethan won, it wouldn't be a bad deal if they did it the right way.
I want to say that I also stated, I actually had Tanya write it down somewhere, that I said if anyone would lose that match, that Javon Evans would be the one to take the pinfall. If Trick was going to lose, that's the guy that would lose.
And damn it, if they didn't have... We talked about the finish for 2 days. We talked about the finish today when we were getting ready for the show. The finish was creative. It was perfect. It was unexpected.
All right, you have the knee. Trick knee. Knocking Sean Spears off the apron. And Javon Evans to the ground. Trick knee to Ethan Page. Ethan Page falls backwards. Bam! Covering Javon Evans. As, of course, Sean Spears not looking. Pulls Trick out. 1, 2, 3. Ethan Page is the new NXT Men's Heavyweight Champion.
BKL. Are you the 2KW BKL? Just curious. Anyway, keep going.
No, Ethan Page. Here's the deal. He did no problem. Besides, I know everything in the wrestling company between NJPW, Ring of Honor, WWE, AEW, CZW, and much more. Cool.
Well, welcome to the show, bro.
Welcome to the show. Also, be sure, guys, to give this man a follow.
Absolutely. Share and share alike.
For real, we appreciate it.
That knee, what really sells the finish for me was Sean Spears. Sean Spears pulling Trick because he thinks he's breaking up the pinfall. He thinks that he's stopping so he can get a chance to get the win. Because you see him. He pulls trick. The ref's already counting. And if you watch again, Shawn Spears is sliding into the ring. He's saving it for himself, not realizing where Ethan Page is. And Ethan Page picks up the win. Spears sells it the entire time on the outside.
Well, the promo on NXT was great, too, because he's like...
Fucking incredible.
He's like, if I would have noticed where the positioning was and I would have seen what happened, you wouldn't be standing there.
Exactly.
NXT heavyweight champion.
The minutia of detail and timing that it takes to get something like that done so well that it still manages to surprise guys like us.
Yeah.
That's next level work. And they had the 4 perfect fucking people in the ring doing the next level work, and I just hats off.
Super
Ethan
cool.
Page, NXT champion.
Here's the deal. The All Ego era is up and running. We have TNA guys showing up on WWE and vice versa. We have, of course, Joe Hendry taking the main event win over Shawn Spears in a major tag match that just happened this past week. We also had the Rascals getting back together, which is super sick. Trey Miguel's finally getting a shot.
Yes.
He had the chance at one time, decided to stay in TNA due to the fact that his brother died and he had to raise his nephew or niece.
Yeah, and then Wesley got his release unceremoniously.
No. Zachary Wentz.
Yeah, Wentz.
Got his.
Sorry, yeah.
But here's the deal. I love that backstage they were like, well, what exactly do we call you? And he's like, oh, well, that's easy. If it's me and him, we're MSK.
Yeah.
But if you get us all 3, we're the Rascals.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Super cool, bro.
So good.
And Wednesday night we're getting Joe Coffey and Gallus against fucking those 3.
The Rascals.
It's gonna
baby.
be sick, dude.
I can't wait.
Don't forget to set your DVR. It's gonna be one.
Again, if you watch the show, because we were literally just talking about it today. If you watch the show, I've been not as present to NXT as I have been when it started. I fell off the NXT wagon, and they found the solution. For a fan like me who has watched TNA since it began and watched NXT since it started until they both lost my attention, and for this partnership...
Agreed, Derek.
This partnership is the thing that brought me back to both of them, because now I'm watching both shows.
Yeah.
Because I was the AEW guy on the show forever, and I haven't watched an episode of Dynamite just because I want to catch up on fucking NXT shit.
We stopped talking about TNA at one point during the show.
Yeah, completely.
The one we used to have a segment called Taking an Impact.
Yep. We literally
about Ghost Lady in the fucking hallway.
The first time we decided to review TNA 4 years ago on the show, we shit all over it because it was awful.
And now it's exactly what we wanted TNA to be.
And remember too, they started slowly during COVID. We were watching, and they were having like 5-star matches on regular TV compared to what other people. We had a different ranking system. What other people compared to 5-star matches we would do throughout the week. And that one week it was the Motor City Machine Guns against the North on TV for the TNA tag title.
Yeah.
And it was the best fucking match we'd seen in 2 months. And like they pepper in really good shit.
John, we already had TNA titles defended on NXT. Jordan Grace was the first one to do that.
Then Omega takes the world title from AEW to TNA. They spark up again. They start fucking dialing in real hard.
Yeah.
And then we fell off again, and now, fuck it, TNA and NXT together, take my money.
Here we are.
NXT keeps its identity completely different from the WWE, which is something I love.
Yeah.
TNA has always been its own animal. Now we're getting dream matches, and the cool shit's happening, man.
Also, Raw, not for nothing. Sami Zayn versus Ilya this week for the IC strap.
Yeah, buddy.
Gonna be killer. It's too bad that Braun Breaker's gonna break it up.
Some backyard wrestling in my hometown. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. But I'm definitely not a wrestler. LOL. Gotcha. Well, welcome to the show, brother.
Yes, for sure. We were happy to have you, man.
Oh, Derek, it absolutely was. You watched the show. I love the North.
Well, the Motor City Machine Guns have been rumored to have signed with WWE just days ago.
But they've been rumored to sign with AEW since then, and no one has a definitive answer yet.
That's because
Which
no
is
one
fun.
needs to know.
Yeah, honestly, they're going to show up where they show up.
Well, they're going to show up in WWE or in NXT because they have the working relationship with TNA.
Or they'll show up in AEW and start wrestling the Young Bucks.
Well, they'd be able to
and,
wrestle
and
both
still
shows.
But again, AEW means more money for them. Doesn't matter where they land, they're the fucking machine guns. They're going to do great no matter
Correct. AJ Francis is defending the digital title against Enzo next week.
No shit.
Those two guys are still wrestling.
That might be something worth watching.
It might be pretty good. I love Enzo. Don't worry, I love Enzo.
Oh, he's been an Enzo mark since day one.
Him showing up at Survivor Series that year in the crowd is fucking great. You can't teach it.
That's right.
It's
You can't
great.
teach that.
Hit us with the next one, John.
I missed them.
Forbidden Door.
Okay, so this shot is not an accurate representation of the crowd. This was taken during the pre-show. They had an almost full sellout. Whoever's sharing this picture around,
I wanted to show it
Yeah.
for you to debunk it.
Yeah, whoever's sharing this picture around, they had a stacked house. AEW pay-per-views always sell out. Their TV shows draw shit ratings and sometimes don't sell tickets, but their pay-per-views always do. And Forbidden Door was fucking a great show. And
All
we've
right.
got the card for that since we haven't reviewed it yet.
All right, let's do it.
There were a couple of matches that we did not get because they announced it the last Dynamite before it was over. So, if I can find it here, that's SummerSlam from like last year. Heatwave, Money in the Bank. What the fuck is Forbidden Door? I know it's in here. I wrote it myself.
Boo, KB sucks, boo.
Okay, here we go. So we had, by no particular order.
Yep.
MJF versus
Purchase?
what is it? Harichiro? Reach around?
Something like that.
MJF versus the
MJF
Luchador.
wins.
Chihiro. MJF wins. That was unanimous. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. Luke and I were the only ones to predict that. Danielson versus Takagi in the Owen qualifier. Danielson won. That was unanimous.
Don't tease me with the North, bro.
Tony Storm against Mira Shirakawa. Tony Storm won. That was unanimous. Mercedes against Stephanie Becker. Mercedes, that was unanimous. However, hell of a match. Ladder match. We all
Surprise.
called that one.
Yeah.
And in the last two matches, I am the standalone winner at calling both, with Tetsuya Naito winning the IWGP World Title back from Moxley and Swerve Strickland successfully defending the championship against Bill Osby. Great pay-per-view for AEW. We missed the Jericho match. I think there was a House of Black match we didn't call, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The takeaways were that Danielson went on and that Swerve and Ospreay absolutely fucking killed it.
No one was surprised.
Naito and Moxley, for what it was really fucking good.
Pretty decent.
MJF and Hechicero, the only thing that I wish... and Tony Storm, obviously. Tony Storm just keeps knocking out of the park. Her work on Dynamite this past week, incredible.
Yeah, Tony Storm's amazing.
And then,
She's
of
in a
course-
class all her own.
And then we're going to get into Stephanie Becker here in just a little bit. So,
Thank you, John.
what did he say?
Happy birthday.
Hold
He's
on.
getting out of here.
Derek says, since NXT and TNA are having a work relationship, maybe we'll see a reunion to the North? Yes.
Yes,
Take my money.
100%.
John says, I'm out, guys. Wanted to drop in real quick, show some love. Happy birthday. That was definitely predicted that Dijak will show up, but unfortunately not exactly.
He was there, just not.
I'm not a big Dijak guy. Actually, I haven't been on the show in 2 weeks. Can I say my little piece about
Yeah,
Dijak
go
getting
ahead,
released? The
Hey,
IWC,
we've got a camera. We've got a
the
show.
IWC went crazy about Dijak getting released, and that's fine and all. But
Can I see that big picture again, Johnny? Go ahead, keep talking.
in my opinion alone, Dijak just isn't that good. Not to say he isn't good. He's just not that good. Had a couple of good moments in NXT when he got called up, got lost in the shuffle, and honestly, like, what are you going to do with him on a card when you've got LA Knight, when you've got Randy Orton, when you've got Roman Reigns, when you've got Solo Sikoa, when you've got Cody Rhodes? He's just a guy who was going to fall flat, and he did. Best of luck to him. I hope that, he picks up a ton of indie success, but during his run of the WWE and NXT, just not a guy that I was like, this guy's got to be the champ, because no.
Here's the deal. He was picking up a little in NXT.
Yeah.
They should have kept him in NXT and seasoned him a little more.
And to that end, Heidenreich was the top heel on SmackDown in 2005.
Well, he
At one point in time.
also molested Michael Cole, but
and read poetry.
Need us not forget.
You remember the 1 month-long feud that Luther Reigns had against The Undertaker up till No Way Out? For some reason, I think about that way more than I should.
Hey, man,
because
it's taking up area in your brain.
I remember Luther Reigns' promo when he's like, I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been thrown out of a car. I ain't afraid of dying, and I sure as hell ain't afraid of no dead man. And then he wrestles The Undertaker like No Way Out or No Mercy, one of the two, and Taker beats him in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, just destroyed the fuck out of him. It's like, all right,
gold.
Luther Reigns.
Luther Reigns, you cuck. All right, Big Bad John, lead us on, baby.
All right, Ricochet is officially off of the WWE roster. He is out. So this classic wrestling match, the first North American Championship match, not
Yep.
a single person is still under contract with the WWE.
Do we want to talk about where are they now?
Well, here, hold on just a second. We're going to get to that. But here's the deal with what I was trying to point out. This is now within the sheets, within the fans, and the tape traders, as we used to call them, is being known as the most cursed championship match in NXT history.
Yeah.
Just look at it. You have, let me say the names, you tell me where they're at right now, okay? Ricochet.
Headed to AEW, where he is going to flourish. He's going to have classic matches with guys like Pac, with guys like Will Ospreay, with guys like, MJF. Probably he'll get a decent run with at some point in time. In AEW, Ricochet is actually going to be a guy who isn't lost at sea.
Killian Dane.
No fucking clue.
Killian Dane went back to Germany and is wrestling over in ICW over that way.
Good for him.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole in AEW, not a stellar career. Came in with a really hot intro, became fucking part of the United Kingdom, was responsible for MJF's babyface turn, which now doesn't matter. Got hurt a couple of times and hasn't done a goddamn thing except lose muscle mass and get out of 10.
All right, EC3.
Current reigning and defending NWA World Champion on a TV show that he should have been able to headline all over the world on the CW network, which got tanked because Sinister Minister approved a spot on a pay-per-view where he did cocaine.
Also, he was a Control Your Narrative.
Yes, he was, but currently he is the reigning and defending NWA champion at a time where the NWA is selling more tickets than it has since Nick Aldis was champ. Just want to throw that out there.
There you go, man. How about the Patrick Clark, otherwise known as the Velveteen Dream?
On the indies somewhere, got caught being a fucking weirdo to a teenager on the internet.
Speaking of weirdos, Lars Sullivan.
Had a panic attack when he was supposed to beat John Cena on a Monday Night Raw, went home, became a right-wing nutcase on Twitter, talked a whole bunch of shit about the gays, and then it was discovered that 10 years prior he did gay porn himself.
And then what happened here recently?
That's one. We did
a story on it.
Oh, did we? What
where he called that lady his neighbor. He was threatening her with violence and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And she looked it up and was like, weren't you on WWE?
Aren't you Lars Sullivan? Which, what's the shitty thing about him is if you really go back and watch the early part of this show, I was a huge Lars Sullivan mark because he had the old school heel look. He wrestled like an old school heel and like he was gonna be something, and now, he's a terrible human. We watch a bunch of rumors between Ricochet to AEW. We watched the intro of the Mass System. Also, we saw EC3 still NWA. Lars Sullivan, no idea. Velveteen Dream heard he did something nasty and arrested.
Pretty close.
Didn't get arrested, but he did do something nasty. So there
he did. He also wrestled on a show not that long ago in Maryland, where he went in. The guy gave him a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Didn't promote it. When he showed up, he wrestled the match, then laid his boots in the middle of the ring and says he's retired from professional wrestling. But because of that, his show was boycotted and is now no longer a promotion.
Don't forget, Patrick Clark was also in Tough Enough.
You know what else things that people shouldn't forget, right?
What's that?
Why don't you tell them where they can find us?
Oh, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestling Throwdown. You can follow us on X at ProWrestlingTD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access the
merch store!
And over at the
merch store!
You can buy our merch, buy our stuff. Buy our stuff. Buy it. We got hats, we got bags, we got shoes, we got pants, we got notebooks, we got big books, we got books.
We got butt fours in all different colors.
What's a butt for?
Pooping!
Or what's your answer?
Anal.
Also, give me one of the gimmicks. Quick.
One of the gimmicks.
Come on, give me a gimmick.
All right, Jose.
Well, before the gimmick, we are actually on the drive for 5, folks.
Yes. Help us reach 500 by SummerSlam. That is our plan. We want 500 subscribers. Share us all over your social medias. Tell your friends. And we do the same thing. If you have like a social media page that you want shared through our channel, we have no problem giving back, but please help us hit 500 by SummerSlam. Also, we got a raffle going on to the end of August.
You share us.
There are 4 count them, 4 of these custom-made Pro Wrestling Throwdown mugs that were made incorrectly. They say Pro Wrestling's Throwdown, and then they have an anagram of the 4 original full team members, myself, Luke the Big Dog Williams, Big Bad John, then of course Max Fury has his own as well. So if you enter into the raffle only through donation, do you get into the raffle. So if you send $1, you get a ticket. You send $10, you get 10 tickets, blah, blah, blah. We do the drawing at the end of August, and one lucky winner walks away with all 4 custom-made, one-of-a-kind, never to be made again Pro Wrestling's Throwdown mugs. So there you go.
Only 4 exist.
Only 4, and that's all that's ever getting made because they're a misprint.
That's right.
So
fuck them. But no, seriously, drive for 5, folks.
Is your game.
500 subscribers.
Yes, 500 subscribers by SummerSlam, and we'll do something fun.
Luke will do something strange for a little piece of change.
We'll do something fun. We'll try something. We'll do something.
Yeah. You can make you holler for $1.
I tell you what, we'll give you 3 different options if we make it, and y'all choose.
2 options have to do with Luke putting things in his butthole.
And the other one has to do with pooping.
I'm kidding. That's off the table. However, yes, help us hit that drive for 5, please. Thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to like the stream as always, and let's keep this show rolling.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. All right, ESPN anchor Joe Testore, joining WWE as commentator.
Okay.
He will be on the SmackDown brand with Wade Barrett and Corey Graves. Only problem that I see with this is this man does not have WWE or wrestling experience. He is an ESPN journalist. Yeah. They're putting him on there for the 3-man team because SmackDown, when Raw goes to Netflix, will become 3 hours, as Raw will then become 2 hours. Yeah. Also announced today, after January 1st, when Netflix starts, they will have the absolute minute after the broadcast. They will have not only Raw, but SmackDown, NXT, and all the major pay-per-views as they happen, or as the 24-hour rights, unlike the Peacock where it's 30 days behind.
Yeah. The ESPN hire. Well, we did that too with the baseball.
He didn't last either.
He lasted a year, which is his initial contract.
Yeah, it wasn't long though.
But the WWE's always reached out to sports personnel to try to bring some legitimacy to the commentary table. So, wait a second. Weird Clark made his return to wrestling after over 3 years for the promotion of the Dynasty, which he did. That's the promotion we were talking about. Now going by Velveteen Man, a tweet version of his ring name. I'm not entirely sure about that. Prime Ghost #2 says Lars Sullivan looks like Marvel Comics Absorbing Man. All he needs is a ball and chain. Well said. Well put. Well, wait, since I heard that.
Okay.
I read that already.
Okay, sorry. Yes. I didn't see that. All right, hit us with the next one. Finn Balor's new WWE contract extension is for a 5-year extension, which will keep Finn Balor here.
He wasn't going nowhere to begin
with. For the next 5 years, why would he? Yeah. He's got such a cush job.
He's got a cush gig. Making a ton of money.
He can go back to NXT if they need him to.
Still one of the top merch guys. He's got it made right now.
Yeah, 100%.
There was never any threat of him not re-signing.
No. Well, why would he? I mean, he's got the perfect placement.
And he's getting a little
just
older.
like Shinsuke Nakamura. Everybody was complaining, but he's having a hell of a time.
Shinsuke, AJ. I mean,
fuck yeah, man.
It's a coach. It's a gig for them. Shinsuke is allowed to go back to Japan whenever he wants to wrestle.
Well, not only that, but Shinsuke made a statement after he ended up resigning that he's only here to further the business.
Yeah, he's happy.
He's happy.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be the main guy every single week.
And
he's happy being there, pushing these new guys so that they can further the business.
He's an attraction wrestler, and like I said, he's got an open door policy right now. He can go back to Japan anytime he wants to and get whatever dream match he wants to and come home to a cushy gig. And there has never been one foreign wrestler in the history of the business that can say, hey, I got signed and I get to go home anytime I want to, and they promote it. It's not that they're just okay with it. They're like, yeah, man, you let us know when you want to go fucking wrestling a match in Japan, and we'll put it on the network.
Right.
There's a question. We watched Joe Tessitore, got great experience as a commentary, but he is great to be first thing in WWE. I think he'll be fine.
I think he'll do okay.
He'll bring the sports acumen to the show.
Is this because Corey Graves was cleared and wanting to get in ring again?
I think it has more to do with when they go to Raw, they're probably going to want to keep Pat McAfee on TV, so they'll move him to SmackDown. When they go to Netflix.
I think Netflix's whole deal was to keep Michael Cole and Pat McAfee as a team.
Well, we don't know that for certain. either way, this isn't the first time they pulled someone from ESPN
Oh,
or
no,
Broadcast Sports.
What's his face that was really great? Morello Raleigh or whatever?
Mauro Ranallo,
He was a UFC
MMA commentator.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Coach is an ESPN commentator.
I'm sure that it doesn't hurt to have someone from ESPN if you want to further the sports coverage you can get, and probably just something to trade off where they're going to get a guy with some experience and a name. Might attract a small minutia of sports fans. We'll see how he does.
Hit us with the next
Finn
one. Big
Balor's
Bad
been
John.
with the WWE for nearly 10 years, and his contract was recently extended for another 5 years. That's correct. 15 years in.
Natalia.
And still has yet to receive a rematch for the Universal title.
Took the 2 weeks off. Has re-signed with the WWE.
Yeah.
There was genuine interest showed to her, which is what...
prompted our idea that she might show up for the Owen.
Nope, locked it down.
Again.
She's being promised airtime on NXT and shit. Let's do it.
And she'll get to be a road agent. She'll get to help train and bring up the next generation of women, which is what she's already been doing.
100%.
Exactly. She's brilliant. I would love to see Shinsuke and Suzuki. That would be a banger. You're goddamn right it would. Actually, I would really like to see Shinsuke go back and have one more with Evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just one off with Evil.
Yeah.
Who's the other one? What the fuck is his name? Takagi.
Ah, yes.
Takagi. I would love to see Shinsuke and Takagi because they've never actually wrestled. Because Shinsuke's been in the WWE since Takagi came up.
But yeah, to tell you, re-signed, we don't know for how many years, but we do know for an extended amount of time.
Yes.
Hit us with the next one, please, Big Bad John.
Shingo Takagi.
Speaking of returns,
Mommy's home!
Mommy returned to Monday Night Raw. Was not supposed to get into the ring at all. There is footage online of Triple H making the call of having one of the cameramen reach over and tap her to tell her to go into the ring. Liv Morgan, of course, powders. Dominic Mysterio is in trouble.
Boy, is he.
The best kind of trouble you could ever ask for.
Got a wife at home, got a mommy in the ring, you got a Liv Morgan in the car.
Punish
what
him.
a fucking life
Punish
that kid's
me.
living.
Hey, here's the thing. I changed my name to Dominic. I'll take this one for the team.
Could you imagine how much patience his real wife has to have? I mean, that woman's got to be a fucking saint. Because I know me, and
And I know
I
you.
can tell you right now that if he and I were in the same position, it would not be as
Y'all would be in the same position for sure.
but in a different kind of way.
Yes. Natty is a WWE lifer. She's already set. No problem with that one. I 100% agree.
Yeah, that's
Mommy opens Raw this Monday night. Also, Ilya Dragunov challenges Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. We're going to get more of the Wyatt Chad Gable story. We're going to get a whole bunch of things. It's going to be some really good wrestling Monday night. So tune in, USA, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
For all your Monday Night Raw needs. Hit us with the next one. Contract negotiations seem... Yep, multi-year deal. That's what I thought.
Our message was well received, by the way.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Let's see. SummerSlam. So we're off to SummerSlam. This,
Yes,
of
we
course,
are.
Squared Circle on Reddit for credit for the poster. This is the official poster.
Yes, sir.
To SummerSlam. There is one floating around that has Roman, Paul Heyman driving, and the Usos covering the faces on all of them, which was hilarious. But this is the actual poster.
And, it's going to be...
Been in the WWE for 2 months, less than 2 months, already on the pay-per-view posters.
Yeah. And, remember, they held him back for a little while. They thought he would overshadow Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
And I genuinely think that, in a weird way, the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, haven't taken so much attention that it's helping Fatu be a centerpiece without stealing from Solo. And I'm not saying that to say that, Tama and Tonga are downplayed, because I don't believe they are, but I think they're playing their roles so well that they're highlighting both correctly. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That isn't because I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying that they're inferior parts of the group, because they're
Solo
absolutely not.
Sikoa is the focus.
Yeah,
He is the focus.
It's like Jimmy Uso did this really, really well. Jimmy Uso didn't feel like an inferior player during the Jay and Sammy breakdown, but he worked in a way where it gave them the spotlight without being totally removed. And that's what Tama and Tonga are doing right now for both Jake and Fatu and Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, those rumors, we confirmed them last week as well. or the week before last, Roman Reigns. Yes, they're talking about SummerSlam, but they might actually hold it off.
It's going to be Solo versus Cody, and Roman Reigns is going to show up.
Yes.
That's my prediction
and
right
then
now.
we're off to the races for the War Games.
Then we're off to Survivor Series, where it's
I
gonna
still
be...
think, who brought it up? It might have been Max that brought it up.
Yeah.
That they should do War Games, but they should do it all in bamboo.
Like a Punjabi prisons,
And
but
set
an
fire
island
torches
style.
and shit,
Yeah,
and do a
I'd love that.
do a tribal
That was
fucking
Max,
War Games.
actually.
Yeah,
That's a
I think
great
it
idea.
was. I don't want to give credit where it doesn't due. But SummerSlam. So that's where we're at. That's where we're headed to. 3 weeks away. No matches have really been decided other than
I can take him anywhere.
Nia Jax challenging
Oh, no,
for
I'd take him everywhere.
Bailey and Gunther
Gunther
challenging
against Damian
Damian.
Priest.
I heard that Logan Paul and
LA Knight.
LA Knight's a thing.
I'm sorry, Logan Paul and who?
LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. It's going to be really good. It's going to be a good show. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan probably.
Oh, of course.
Going to be good to see what. Here's
Yes.
yes.
Herculio has already been. There's a copyright already in place where his name is going to be Tala Tonga, and they're waiting for him to finish up his deal with NJPW, which actually happens this month. But they've got him in.
And,
They've got him, and they've got a copyright ready, and he is going to be part of the story.
yes.
But
Zilla fought too. They're changing his name to Caesar Sikoa.
Yeah. The idea currently is that it's going to be The Rock with Solo, Fatu, and God against Roman, the Usos, and the brothers of God, Tala Tonga, and the other Fatu. So the idea is that they're separating the families to where it's an all-out actual blood war.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be phenomenal.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. Logan Paul will not appear on the WWE Japan tour due to another commitment. Can you hit us with the next picture, John? I wonder what that commitment is in Japan. Why he can't come to Japan. Do you know? Do you know what, is there a Yoda movie coming out? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's got to deal with Disney Plus.
He going to be part of Blair Witch 3? Is that how this is going to happen? Is that how this works? No. Well, I can't imagine what other commitment he would have to keep him from Japan.
Dad.
Yeah, I mean, he's just hanging on by a thread. Hit us with the next one, please, Big Bad John. AJ Styles and Io Sky show up in Japan yesterday.
So good.
Both challenging their respected opponents. I do not have a result on Io Sky. BOK, if BKL, BX. Yeah, if you've got it, man, let us know. But AJ Styles, on the other hand, hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. Go ahead and go widescreen for a second.
Like you have him speechless.
Why don't you tell us what we're seeing here, my man?
He has no words, baby.
What?
You finally broke.
We're talking about AJ. Who is his opponent? I can't remember what his name was.
Marufuji.
Marufuji. He did win, also,
Yes,
from what I
he won.
understand. Hell of a match. They say that AJ Styles is, how do you say this?
Match went a little over 20 minutes. Real good match. Actually, it's fully released if you didn't get a chance to watch it on the AJPW streaming service.
Worth a watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, I watched it this morning because it released like 3 or 4 a.m. But yeah, I watched it this morning. Really, really good. Everything we thought it would be.
They said that he wrestled a New Japan style match that it just goes to show you if they let AJ Styles wrestle his style in the WWE that he can still go.
Yep.
Hit us with the next one. Speaking of this, Triple H allowing AJ Styles to go over, allowing Io Sky to go over the Muda thing, all of that.
Logan's prior
Who
commitment could be related to his fiancée, Nina Edgal, was due to give birth in the fall of 2024, or some other legitimate conflict. Fans have other suspicions. Okay, you shut up. You shut up.
What?
Logan Paul, despite whatever familiar commitments may be legitimate, isn't going on the Japanese tour because of the controversy that almost tanked his career while he was only a media influencer.
Yeah.
And that's all we're going to say about
I
it.
didn't say anything.
All right,
I just
back
said.
to what you were saying.
Okay, who do we think Triple H should send next? And where? Do you send Gunther back to, like, WXW or whatever?
Or Sheamus to ICW.
Or XWX or whatever the fuck it's called over there in Germany?
Yeah, you could. I'd send Sheamus to ICW.
Or maybe
Um,
Drew again.
Yeah, Drew. No, Sheamus, because it's gonna have more of an impact because it's been so long since he's been there. There's such an untapped arena right now in Mexico. If they really wanted to get into a deal with CMLL or AAA, they could send any one of their luchadors. Rey Mysterio obviously is always going to be the first one that people mention.
Right.
But I think that would be a great maybe Triple Mania. Get him in one of the Mexico arena shows.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Just because number one, it's going to sell tickets for him because it's going to be Ray, and Ray's a huge draw there. But also, give a little bit back.
Maybe Sammy.
Yeah.
I mean, he has that kind of appeal, I would think.
You could do because we've let
Have the Bloodline show up and drop somebody?
Shayna Baszler gets to go to Bloodsport all the time now.
Yeah.
Maybe send someone from NXT to a GCW show.
That'd be cool.
Utilize some of those American indies that we don't really have a lot of tap on right now. AJPW, we've already talked about Shinsuke, AJ Styles. You could send Finn Balor, who's got a following there. You can send the Demon over to have a gimmick match.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
That'd be cool.
There's a pretty... I'm trying to think of, European women that we've got right now, because Becky's not there. Piper Niven, you could put on you could send to one of the European companies. There's nothing really major happening in Canada. Otherwise, I would say, maybe send KO on a one-off or Natty even.
Sends the
Well, here's the deal. Ethan Page owns his own wrestling federation,
Yeah.
Alpha One, that is in Canada.
Yeah, that's true.
So he could start dropping NXT people on his shows.
I would love if the WWE would send Trick Williams as champion.
Yeah, somewhere to defend.
Or I'm sorry, Ethan Page as champion somewhere to defend. Maybe send Lashley to for the Culture one year. Get some stars that
Maybe the Collective
a showcase in the Collective would be awesome.
would be kind of cool.
NXT or maybe a couple of mid-carders from the WWE who need something. I mean, there's a lot of
It would give a
potential.
lot of attention different
But
places.
my immediate answer would be send Finn Balor back to Japan and have him wrestle as the Demon.
That'd be cool as shit.
Or send Ray to Mexico. I think those are the two options that are going to get the biggest return for the companies themselves and not just the WWE.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Hit us with the next one, John. Willow Nightingale is your new CMLL Women's Champion.
Yeah, she is.
As of yesterday afternoon. That title, of course, is kind of under some...
We're going to talk about it.
Well, hit us with the next one here. Willow Nightingale, new CMLL Champion. But this is what we're going to talk about right now.
Stephanie Vaquer, ladies and gentlemen.
On your left,
Julia.
in the middle.
And that one is Delta.
Delta. On the right, Delta's from South Australia. Obviously, what is her name again? I don't want to say it wrong since
Stephanie
she's new.
Vaquer?
Vaquer. Here's the deal. She just actually...
No. Let me do the timeline.
Go ahead and do the timeline while I get some of my
She
news
drops
here.
one of her championships to Mercedes Moné 2 weeks ago on AEW. Pay-per-view, live. Right?
Yeah.
Representing the CMLL and NJPW partnership. Because of that match, offers start being negotiated by the WWE, AEW, pretty much anybody interested in the top female wrestler. The WWE says, hey, look, you have said since you were 8 years old you want to be at WrestleMania. We have WrestleMania.
Yep.
What do you want to do? She calls CMLL, she calls NJPW, she says, thanks, here you go, I'm leaving. Within 24 hours, not only relinquishes her titles, but pens a deal with the WWE, and 48 hours after that, within the week, debuts in New Mexico for the WWE. She didn't even wait for the ink to dry on the contract before she says, you signed me? Put me to work.
Yeah, the results from last night's WWE live event in Mexico, not New Mexico. Here's the deal. Sami Zayn defended against Chad Gable.
Stephanie and Gallus is now WWE. Until we saw that and other companies saw that signed to WWE, they literally hate it. Well, of course they hate it. A lot of people hate money, and they're coming into the most competitive women's wrestling roster in WWE history.
Liv Morgan defeated Shayna Baszler in a women's title match.
Yep.
Rey Mysterio defeats Dominic by DQ.
Yep.
Then, of course, we have a Schmoz and the LWO take on Carlito and Dominic.
Yep.
Bayley defends successfully against Bianca.
Yep.
Damian Priest successfully defends against Jey Uso.
Yep.
Stephanie
Vicaire.
defeats Isla Dawn.
Yep.
Isla Dawn gets on a microphone, she gets on a microphone afterwards, talks about her dream being wrestling for WWE.
Yeah.
Isla Dawn gets on the microphone and says, I didn't have a chance to prepare for her. I demand another match with somebody else. Jade Cargo comes out, defeats Isla Dawn in record time. The Bloodline, as in Solo Sikoa,
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga, defeat Andrade, Randy Orton, and LA Knight. And in the main event, Cody Rhodes defends the WWE Championship against Santos Escobar.
Yeah.
Wins, obviously. Then gets on the microphone and says that the fans at that live event have proved that Mexico needs a PLE.
Yup. And it's going to happen.
So, a lot of fun on the horizon. But here's the deal. Those three women are now signed to NXT on a roster that is already out of this fucking world, on a program that's out of this fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling is at its highest that it's ever been. I think almost rivaling the Attitude Era, and even I may even say the Golden Era.
Yeah.
For being as popular as it is. I can't wait to see these three ladies show the world what they can do on the world stage that is WWE.
It does not. It's not lost on Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or us that, and frankly, it's not lost in AEW either. Women's wrestling right now is the best it's ever been, bar none, in both companies, in all companies, TNA, AEW, the WWE, CMLL, NJPW, that is now finally allowing women to wrestle full time in Japan and being featured. Shimmer, Stardom, you name it. It's the best era that it's ever been, and It's such a cool transition too, because there are still veterans like Asuka, like Natty, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, Mercedes,
who are still young enough to go.
Who are still young enough that can be part of this transition for newer, younger talent. Also, this is really one of the first eras where like international acquisitions as women is being hugely talked about. Remember, Triple H was fundamental in bringing in Sin Cara.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things he wanted to do, because he got one iota of power, and he started talking about, I want to have an international expansion, and I want to bring in the best luchador on the planet. They got Mystico, who at the time, at least there, despite how he performed in the WWE, he was the best luchador.
Yeah.
Triple H has followed that game plan to a T. I want the best international talent. I want the best American talent. I want the top independent talent. I want all of it. Bring it to me. Money, 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 money. Money.
Yeah.
And it's fucking working. But especially in the women, this is one of the first periods where it's like, if you were watching wrestling in the late 90s, you had AJPW was at the top of the international food chain. It was bigger than the WWF in Japan than WWF was in America. It would be like the equivalent of 3 of the 4 pillars signing with the WWE and then one of them signing with WCW.
Right.
Like, it's so... The appetite for international wrestling is bigger than it's ever been. The exposure is bigger than it's ever been. And the quality of wrestling is better than it's ever been. And now we're getting this incredible melting pot where you can get the top girl in Mexico, the top girl in Japan, the top girl in America, the top girl from Europe, and put them in a fatal 4-way and just watch for 20 minutes and not use it as a bathroom break like we were using women's matches in the early 2000s.
Correct.
Like, it's so good.
Or anything on TNA a couple years ago.
And remember, 4 years ago when the show started, I was still critical of women's wrestling.
Yeah.
And it had just now started to become even more palatable than men's wrestling is at most points.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that the NXT incursion of all this young women talent rivals Cody Rhodes' world title reign. That's my personal taste. But that's the way I feel. And it's so fucking good and so much fun to watch.
Yeah, 100. All right, hit us with the next one. All right, the world lost Shelley Duvall this past week. Shelley
Hi there, I'm
Duvall,
Shelley Duvall.
known the world around for being olive oil in Popeye, as well as The Shining.
She also had her own television show for 6 years that she wrote, produced,
yes,
and casted.
The Fairy Tale Hour.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Shelley Duvall.
6 seasons it went. Over 100 episodes.
100 episodes.
She wrote every episode herself. She produced every episode
She had
herself.
people on there like Pee Wee Herman. She had all the big stars at that time.
She
Are you
negotiated.
saying we're going to have to go back and watch these now?
Yeah,
we
it'll
are.
be pretty cool to see. Hit us
She
with
would
the next
open
one,
up
John.
every episode with, "Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall."
Unfortunately, she's not the only one we've lost this week.
No.
We lost Dr. Ruth.
The best sex therapist in the world.
was a very
Real
big
Sex with Dr. Ruth Rittmeyer.
Yeah, was very big when we were kids.
She,
Yeah.
the infomercial era, was littered with Ruth's work. She had an hour-long talk show every week where she discussed legitimate.
Come on after Connie Chung.
Yeah.
She'd be on Sally. She'd be
Mhm.
on all those talk
And
shows.
Real Sex was a legitimate show where she would talk about improving your sex life, fixing problems with your sex life, sex toys, healthy relationships with sex.
How a woman can reach an orgasm.
Yeah, I mean, she was an advocate for healthy sexual relationships of all types, and also
What's up, dude?
To 96.
and also, 96 is 69 just backwards, and
That's what they say all the
Perfect
time.
for her.
but she also advocated for like civil rights,
Yep.
same-sex marriage, discussed same-sex relationships on her show, which was unheard of at the time. Wanted Americans to be exposed to healthy, representative relationships with sex outside of pornography.
Yeah.
And that was such a cool thing for a woman of her age to do.
Yeah.
But also,
Is
she
that why you're
admitted,
a whore now?
yes, but she admitted in her 20s and 30s that all she did was fuck.
Yeah.
So she found the right way to do it, which, God love you,
God
Ruth.
bless her.
Caleb, are you going to become a sex therapist now?
You know what? If ever there was a job for me.
Well, he likes sex and he needs a therapist. So,
Hey!
I mean, here we go. Hit us with the next one. We also
Correction, I like sex and I have a therapist.
Richard Simmons passed away this week.
Sweat to the oldies, baby. Never
Here's-
going to be another one like
Here's
him.
the deal, Richard Simmons. There's so many memories in my head of Richard Simmons. Eddie Murphy making fun of him, doing
Oh, yeah.
his gimmick. Them doing it together.
Him on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh man,
The
so
episode
good.
where he shows up as a special guest.
Yeah, so good. Richard Simmons got to live out the
Yeah.
last few years of his life in seclusion to himself.
And you know what's... You look at, like, fitness influencers today. They're all about getting in the best shape of your life and having the best diet and the best supplements. Richard Simmons just wanted people to get moving, be happy and healthy.
Yep,
Yep.
that's it. That's all he
Because
wanted.
all of his VHS and stuff,
Mhm.
whatever, they have real people. Real people.
Yeah.
The
I'd
ones
also
that
like
they
to point out that
hurt,
his
the ones
brother's
they
name
Yeah.
is Lenny
Lenny Simmons.
Simmons.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
But-
lawyer.
But he's not the V-Shred guy. Also, fuck the V-Shred guy. Fuck him. Fuck him.
You're gonna
But
love his nuts.
he's not the P90X guy.
No, he's not
the-
Billy
Not
Banks.
Tony Lou.
The Bowflex guy. He was just like, hey, if you're unhappy, let me help you.
I'll show you some dance moves. Let's do this shit.
Let me help you get happy.
My best friend's mom lost all her weight by watching his show.
He was
And that
he
was
was
the
very
thing.
gay all the time.
And he didn't want people to go to a gym 25 times a fucking week.
He was great.
He
on
didn't
my
want
phone.
people to
Super
eat chicken
good.
and rice all day. He was just like, if you can get up and you can do this, we'll do it together.
Well, you remember before he started being a guru and shit, he was severely overweight.
Yeah, and that was
And
was
he
his whole
did it
thing,
that way
was that he
and
just-
wanted to prove that people could do it.
What people are missing is a support buddy when they go to work out.
Exactly.
And that's what he
That's
was.
what he was to millions.
And to a lot of his content too also targeted the negative effects on mental health that a bad diet, not feeling physically fit, not feeling physically capable can have on you. And for an hour a day on public broadcast television, he was like, I'm going to make you happy, and I'm going to make you healthy, and I don't care how you do it. Let me help you if I can. And
Right.
what a fucking
We
guy.
need more people like that.
Honestly,
Unfortunately,
man.
he was not the last to pass away this
No,
week.
he wasn't.
Miss, go ahead, John. Miss Shannon Doherty passed away today after a long battle with cancer. Shannon Doherty, of course, known for 90210, and of course, my personal favorite, Charmed. Fucking love Charmed. Regardless of what you think about Shannon Doherty's body of work or anything like that, that woman's a fighter.
Yeah,
She fought that shit to the bitter end.
yeah, she did.
I remember she's all over television when I was a kid. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like Mallrats,
She was the
one of my favorite movies
She
in
was
the
the
world.
rerun queen for a long time, just
Yeah.
a 90210 and Charmed at the same time.
Yeah, on the same fucking channel,
Yeah.
back to back for entire days at a time.
My twin brother and I.
TNT was built on it.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know that I've got a twin brother. I've got a twin brother named Jacob.
They'll
Um,
nothing alike.
We, and my dad, Mr. T, if he's still in here, can attest to this. We grew up watching Charmed every day, every time it was on, every time there was a new episode. It was just the show this family watched incessantly until it went off the air. And it's not even on the air. It's not even off the air. They still play reruns on TNT.
We sat down Special K and we watched the new Charm thinking that it would be as good as the old Charm.
No,
it just
never gonna
wasn't.
happen.
It was good.
It was good,
Yeah,
but,
but
it wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't these girls.
But man,
It was
Shannon
good,
Doherty, what a fucking
He
hit to the
was
childhood that is.
Yeah, man. That was. I mean, Luke Perry now fucking Shannon
Yeah.
Doherty. Someone protect Brian Austin Green
Yeah.
from himself.
Somebody go grab Dick Van Dyke and put him in a vault.
and add him next to Tim Curry, but not too close. They'll fight to the death.
That's right.
Hit us with the next one, please.
Also, another celebrity death that we don't have prepared here, Jacoby Jones.
Jacoby Jones.
The player for the Falcons passed away.
Hit me with a big picture for this. John, I found this picture. It's the Ultimate
This is
Lawyer.
Andre and
the Ultimate
the
Lawyer.
Ultimate Lawyer and Andre the Client.
And Andre the Client.
That's fantastic.
Well, I'm glad that you find that funny. Hit us with the next one, John. This is John Cougar Mellencamp and Meatloaf, circa 1982.
That's fantastic.
You like that? I thought you'd like that. Hit us with the next one,
Michael
John.
Douglas.
Yep, Michael Douglas. Breaking news: Jey Uso is cleared to return.
Jimmy Uso.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. Expect him anytime.
They don't all look alike.
Solo, Jimmy's coming for you.
Jimmy Uso, obviously.
1-2, buckle a shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy teaming back up with Jay against the Gorillas of Destiny. Dream match for a lot of fans. Can't wait to see it happen.
Hit us with the next one. Okay, now this is interesting, I found. These are legitimate graphics for the NWO Hogan Nash and Hall when they come back to the WWE in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
These were some of the logos that they were going to use for the NWO incarnation in the WWE.
I love the NWO with the WF logo in the middle of it.
I was a fan of the swoosh.
Yeah, I like
under
that one
the
too.
W. I think they're all pretty sick.
Yeah.
You have this is pretty sick. I think they're pretty
I
good.
don't like the
Injection.
column 3 last one.
Column 3.
Or sorry, column 2, number 3. I'm not a
Gotcha.
fan of that last one. But
This
the
one,
second,
this one here.
No, the other one.
This one.
That one, yeah.
Okay. I like this one up here because it says lethal injection.
Yeah.
You know, lethal injection of poison. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
I think some of those are pretty cool.
I really like the red swoosh one.
Where'd you
myself.
find those?
It was actually leaked from one of WWE's one of the what do they call them now? They're not Access anymore. The Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody they had a bunch of sheets of different design logos that
Yeah.
never went anywhere. Blah
Hell
blah
yeah.
blah in Canada, and that was one.
Those are, I would love to have, like I said, that NWO with the WWE logo in it. I would love to have that on a t-shirt. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hit us with the next one, John. All right, we've got The Rock
And
here.
then I told Tony, aired the footage from Wembley. Oh, God.
That's not the only thing that he told me.
What else
Go
did
ahead
The
and hit
Rock
him with
tell
another
people
one.
this week? And then I told Kane he was going to be The Undertaker's brother. Well, The Rock did come up with that.
He did right after he convinced Bruno to not break Larry Zbysko's neck.
Yeah, and after he told Hogan to go heel.
Yeah. This is the next one, John. That's terrible. All right, we're gonna go wide on this picture. I want you to tell me why this picture is funny.
Kurosawa and Cole Parker. What is that?
What are you looking at?
Is that an automatic rifle?
No, but you need to look down.
Oh, he pissed his pants. I was looking at the fucking thing like,
So
is that
did
a
Johnny.
gun or something?
So did
Like,
Johnny.
I don't
So
get
did
it.
I. This was on Monday Nitro. This dude has a no guns policy, but obviously his aim is off.
Yeah. He wouldn't be the first one this week.
Also, it's funny to me that Kurosawa was managed by Kuro Rock. When I think of the name Kurosawa, how about you? A racist fucking Georgian.
Should have been him in Dutch.
Hit us with the next one, John. All right. 15 years ago, the man at the top of the screen, Derek Graham Couch.
A.K.A.
Rory. He's Robbie.
Oh, was he Robbie? I thought he was Rory.
No, Rory is Robbie. Was fired for being in the crowd watching TNA
Okay.
wrestling, and 15 years later, Joe Hendry main events and gets the win on NXT television.
But I want to talk about that first, because Jeff Jarrett has apologized for this, because when they found out the guy was in the audience, it was for a pay-per-view, I think. Maybe Bound for Glory something. When Jeff Jarrett found out he was in the audience, he was like, absolutely, take a fucking full-on picture of that guy, throw up a graphic that he's a WWE superstar, because that just tells fans at home, even guys from the WWE want to watch us.
Backfired
then the fucking
big
guy
time.
gets fired the next week, and Jeff Jarrett wrote him numerous times and went on the air numerous times about it. Was like, I never meant to cost anybody their job. I just wanted to rib Vince.
Yeah.
And now, as you said, 15 years later, TNA guys get to walk in on WWE TV like it's nothing.
That just goes to show you what we were talking about earlier, what you had said earlier. This is what we wanted TNA to be, what we wanted WCW
what we wanted,
to be.
exactly. We live in the era where you get dream matches from the companies on TV.
Well, think about it. Anyone who is 21 to 24 years of age weren't around for WCW.
Well, most people that age weren't around for TNA in its heyday.
But they don't know a world in which Vince McMahon is not the monopolizer of professional wrestling. This is all new for them.
Yeah.
We've seen this shit before.
Yeah, they certainly weren't there for the territory.
Exactly, and that's my point.
Yeah.
Triple H is doing what Vince McMahon did in the territory days, and that's rating all the indies of the best talent. Because why? Because that's what you do.
But he's doing it the right way in giving all of those indies a fair platform.
Yes. Well, I mean, Vince McMahon, for the most part, did help ECW.
He helped ECW, 100%.
He did help FCW. He did help MLW.
But to that end, Triple H is taking all of that one step further and saying, we're not going to take your talent.
And we're also not going to poop on your employees.
We're going to promote your talent and let you keep them and promote your show because it's helping us.
Here we go.
We're giving back to the wrestling community. All the shit that Vince took away, Triple H is trying to give back while protecting the company's interests.
Also, with them moving to the CW at XT, people who have the CW also have access to Access TV. And it's more of a I help you, you help me. Because here's the deal. They had Joe Hendry come in and pin a number one contender like he was nobody.
And I wouldn't put it past them when NXT goes to the CW to work with the NWA.
I wouldn't either.
I would love to see the NWA World Champion, whoever he is at whatever time. Yeah. You know, it doesn't have to be EC3. That would be great.
It would be great. Did you see where he wants to wrestle and defend the NWA Championship at Soft Ground Wrestling?
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes,
He's
incredible.
trying to get it pushed through. And Cody Rhodes gave them a wrestling ring.
Yeah. Not just that, they've got guys from AEW and Ring of Honor going down there regularly.
And training them.
them.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I would love it if NXT comes to CW and we get to see the NWA World Champion on NXT TV.
Yeah, it'd be sick, dude.
You know, let NXT keep doing what it's doing all over the place in every direction. We're cool with it.
Triple H understands making money.
Yeah.
And this is what's going to make money.
And two, this is something I was thinking about. When Raw goes to Netflix, they're going to need sort of something to boom that TV audience.
Yeah.
Because Netflix is a paid prescription program.
Yes.
And a lot of people already have it, but a lot of people don't. So if you're going to incentivize people to keep watching your regular TV and CW being public air broadcasting, you've got an opportunity for more audiences that all the cable cutters, all the people who don't use streaming, all the old school watchers who only use satellites, and that's a huge part of America still.
Yeah.
You've got an opportunity to get more eyes on NXT than are ever going to watch Raw again.
Considering that originally NXT was a WWE Network exclusive.
Yeah.
Also, you also have to think about the like you said, the ratings.
Yeah.
Ratings are going to be higher than they've ever been before.
But because Nielsen ratings aren't going to affect Monday Night Raw, you've got an opportunity for the largest wrestling audience in history to watch NXT because it's the most accessible.
The incentive that when they made that deal with Netflix, they said that Raw was going back to 2 hours and was going to be completely uncensored. That's your that's your incentive. SmackDown on the USA Network is going to be your family friendly product. It's not gonna be family friendly, but it's gonna be the one that's reined in the most.
Well, no, because they get censored more often than not on USA Network because USA Network's public air. That's what I'm saying. They're going to be censored less on USA Network than they are on Fox right now.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but what I'm saying is they'll be I don't want my kids to watch that shit uncensored. The family model where people who don't have Netflix, that's your incentive. You're going to get a shorter show with a more adult-themed, more Attitude Era-esque program. And for those who didn't like the Attitude Era, don't want their kids watching it, you've got the healthy alternative on TV, which is NXT, which does not push buttons.
No.
And then you have SmackDown to be the happy
Can be
medium
your medium, yeah.
in between. I think it's great. I
Yeah.
think it's
I agree.
100% great.
I think that NXT too has an opportunity to restore that sort of old school NWA wrestling feel
100%.
back when it was on 205, like Thursdays at 6:05 or whatever it was. Just because they keep their own atmosphere, and it's going to be real cool to see it when it's on public broadcast TV.
Yeah, 100. Hit us with the next. All right, so Johnny found these. Johnny, why don't you tell me what these are?
Well, these are all pictures that have Danny DeVito turned into a Harry Potter character.
Okay.
Who is the first one up here?
Well, of course, this is would be Danny DeVito as Harry.
Okay.
Oh, yes, with the scar on the head. Okay, I see it.
He's the boy who lived.
This is him as...
Snape.
one is-
McGonagall.
This is
Dumbledore.
no.
No, Lucius Malfoy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew you'd be into these.
Ooh.
That one's Hagrid.
Okay, Hagrid. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Bellatrix.
That's a challenging link.
Well... no, it's not.
Yeah, you're right. Bellatrix Lestrange, and that's awfully strange.
That is awfully strange.
Professor Flitwick.
No, that is Luna.
Oh wow.
Fletch.
Okay, Filch.
Filch. Yep.
Oh, Trelawney.
That is the greatest
Madam
picture
Trelawney.
ever. Look at that smile.
I can see the future. I'm the
And
future man.
And your future is Jersey Mike Subs.
And the best one.
Dobby.
This is
Oh,
Dobby.
God.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. Johnny, didn't you say something once about somebody saying something about a Vietnamese Vince McMahon? That's not real, is it?
Oh. Oh.
Nope.
Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is that him as Hermione?
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about the Hermione picture.
Nope.
Oh, we got
Not
more?
yet.
Hey, we got more.
That's him as Ron. It's
Yeah.
got to be him as Ron.
Snape.
Snape.
There it is. I love this one.
Voldemort. That's just Uncle Fester.
Just an angry Uncle Fester.
Hagrid again.
Yep.
That is. Hold on. Yeah, Ollivander, right? The wand maker? No.
No, that is Draco.
Draco. Okay. That is that hateful bitch whose name I can't.
Umbridge.
Yes, Dolores Umbridge. That's outstanding. Dumbledore. That's actually
That's
pretty good.
Dumbledore.
That's
That's
pretty good.
pretty good. Oh,
Holy
shit!
That is Vietnamese Vince McMahon.
Well, I mean, at least there's only one nationality of Vince McMahon other than Vince
Future is
McMahon.
Jersey Mike's is the trash man.
Well,
What? What do you mean, well? Holy
No,
shit,
shit.
it's Mexican Vince McMahon.
It's the Vince McMahon multiverse.
That's Vince McMahon.
El
Chairman.
Chairman.
All right. Well, we've come to the time of the broadcast. We're going to hit some
The
videos.
time of the night. We turn
Little,
off the black light.
PWT reacts.
It reacts, baby.
Coletta has come up with, again, how many did we do? 10?
We got 10 videos this time.
7.
7.
All
All right.
Let's see. First one.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Oh! There's a video of Bull Bronson that
yeah.
looks like this, too. That's great. Oh, wait a
Damn.
minute.
He's not
Did
even
he
on the
land
ground
it?
yet.
Did he land it? He landed
Oh,
it.
you sucked the
One more
landing.
time.
Watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
Oh,
Goodbye.
man. I've not had that happen to me, but I have been
I've
in the
seen it,
vicinity
yeah.
of it happening, and that's a scary fucking
Ladies and
thing.
gentlemen, the man that gravity remembered.
Yeah. You ever seen that movie Drag Me to Hell?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, that must be Will Dixon's ring.
No, Will Dixon's ring was harder.
There was also a dip in
The ropes
corner.
were also worse.
That's true. They weren't even rope. They were cable. It
Jesus,
sucked.
poor guy.
All right, hit
All
us
right,
with
hit us
video
with-
number 2. All right.
Elevator going up.
Nope. Oh,
El-
yeah, he made it.
El-
Oh, but it looked like he hit his head on
He
the way
did.
down.
Hold on. Let's watch that again. All right. The white tiger.
Oh,
shit!
He scorpioned himself. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, this is a better angle.
Oh, man.
He
Do you
very
remember
lucky.
Scott Parker when he
Oh,
wrestled
here we go,
Jay
here we go.
Spade?
Yeah, we're
We've
going to
gotta
use
put
that,
that one on
Yeah,
here.
we're going to use that one too. He darted himself into
Poor
the ground.
bastard.
Oh, they had to call it. They had to call it, man.
Well, yeah. He just skateboarded his own skull
Well,
across
here's
the fucking
deal.
2x4.
Don't do the pop rocks if you're 9 foot tall. Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
How tall the man was?
Ridiculous.
Could have at least raised his
Wearing
hand.
more stripes than the referee, no less.
Actually, it looks like Jay Spade in there with him.
It's like,
Look at him roll in. We got people rolling in, all kinds of shit. Here we go. One
this
more
poor
look at it.
bastard.
Look how tall he is, though, man. What did he think was gonna happen?
Oh!
Not that.
I've done that. I've hit my head coming into a move before.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
That's vicious. All right, hit us with the next one. Literally.
All right, we have Spawn and an orange
Is
traffic
that Doc?
cone.
Well, that
Yep.
is a pity city. Okay, wait a minute.
It was
That's
just a funny.
It's like if the Red Power Ranger and Spawn both got divorces.
Well, they're arguing over the last free
Yeah.
piece of pizza at the AA meeting.
It's like a Trump rally.
Yeah. Except no one got shot in the ear.
A convict and a hillbilly. Both
I don't
each
know. He
other's
might have got
assholes.
shot in the ear. We'll never know.
Oh, Lord.
All right, hit us with the next one. Don't miss.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
All right, we got a
Village
superplex.
Fred.
Oh! Fuck you! And the fucking horse you rode
Let's
in
see
on.
this one again.
Fuck
That
your
was
face
vicious.
and the neck it sits on. Fuck you.
Did he get the pinfall, though? Oh, we're not going to get to see the pinfall. Here we go. I can't believe I said that. All right, up. Oh, brainbuster.
As far as fucking execution, that was great. Just not something I would let you do to
Oh,
me.
it looks like a spawn, yeah.
Like, I watch people get, fisted all the time, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't watch people get
I don't
fisted
think. I think you need to retract that statement.
You
for
know
a
what?
moment.
Never mind. I fucked up the analogy.
One guy, one jar. Hit us with the next one, please.
Oh.
Don't you start with me.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
table
Can't
on fire.
possibly imagine where this is going to
Guy
go.
on fire.
Yeah. did
Ring on
on
fire.
fire.
I was playing
Referee, the only one trying to save this man's life.
Okay, but what do you expect the guys who
Now he rings the bell.
ball.
what do you expect the guys who just put him through the flaming table to do? Go, oh, our bad. Let us
I'm
help you.
talking about the guys on the outside that have
Well, his
fucking
tag
fun
team
putting that
partner
way.
should have done something.
Here we go. First off, not
Did
everyone is
nothing
Balls
at all.
Mahoney, okay?
No.
Nothing at all.
Also,
Except-
stop using the wrong type of lighter fluid to do that trick with.
Yes.
And if you don't know what the right type is, don't do the fucking trick.
If you don't know what the right kind is, just drink it. You'll know.
Baby, you're the right kind of wrong.
Yeah, you are. Also, baby, he loves the way. Hit us with the next one. I don't have the rights to that, by the way.
You don't. Irish whip
All right, Irish whip.
goes for a...
Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh my
Son
god!
of- goes for a
Was that-
springboard leapfrog and
First off, that referee needs to slap that bitch in the mouth and
and
drop him back
eats
down
the
on him.
frog. Hold on, let's watch that again.
Yeah, it should restart here in a moment. Here we go.
Goes for the
Slow-mo,
springboard
slow-mo.
leapfrog.
All right, he's in the air. He tried to fake him.
He went to duck. I mean, he ducked the right way.
Oh
He just
my
overshot
god!
and didn't turn
yeah.
on time.
He didn't tuck his chin
Spiked
either.
himself. Son of a bitch, son.
Oh, here we go.
Could have hit the mat first.
See it in real view here. Up.
No, sir. Oh,
Boom,
fuck you.
shit. He took himself out.
Yeah.
Give the
Honey.
title to Gravity.
Yeah, you brought that on
Fuck.
yourself.
All right.
Give the
hit us-
title to
Hit
Gravity.
the next one.
Hashtag the story of Owen Hart.
He didn't defy it for sure.
Oh,
my- that's a Samoan,
Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's a Samoan SWAT team.
Yeah.
Look at this one. Look at that rope.
Fuck that.
Does it support or does it break?
Man,
It supported all that weight.
Yeah.
That is not Will Dixon's
I
way.
would quit
No.
wrestling. I'd be like, fuck this.
First off,
I'm
why-
certified to drive a
You see
forklift.
this guy's
I'm
body
not
shape
fucking
in the
dealing
back?
with this anymore.
Look at the other Samoan in there.
Jesus Christ.
What happens when you hold a fart in?
Look, he's getting more. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh my God! It's all broken.
Just scrape him off the mat,
Fuck
ref.
you. That guy had
all right,
better
well,
have
oh.
a fucking favored nations clause.
He
Something.
also come down on his back.
On
They
his lower
literally
back.
just fell off of there. There was no movement.
No
They were
suplex,
like,
no nothing.
fuck
That was
it.
disgusting.
We're just falling off.
Well, they
goes-
tried, but
yeah,
They
it was
drops
like,
him.
yeah.
This guy just eats 600 pounds apiece, probably. And then,
and then
to
I
add
hold my
insult
farts
to
in here.
injury, the kid from the PJs is like, hey, I'll fucking do it. We got old son of Cleveland Brown over here, fucking
That's nasty.
Cleveland Jr. Watch this magnificence, though. I'll tell you what, for a
That's
boot call,
Cleveland the
it's
12th.
fucking nice.
Fuck. Here we go. Here we go. Vader salt.
Okay, but as a big guy, that's
That was
fucking
impressive.
pretty. Like,
That was impressive.
like, Credit where credit's due.
Really? Surprised that ring is extra support? Isn't? I'm gonna assume isn't extra support.
It doesn't matter. The ring is his back brace has to be now.
Look at the post. The post is even trying to
fuck
give.
you.
Wow, that's crazy. Hit us with the next one, John.
Well, that's the last one.
All right,
is that
then.
our last one?
Let's watch this moonsault one more time.
All right. Fucking Kamala the Third.
Good Lord. 3 Kamalas.
Oh no.
The Ugandan strike force.
First off, kudos to the guy that's laying and has agreed to take all this shit.
I don't want to hear
Yeah.
shit about people starving in Africa. Look at those 3 motherfuckers. Bam!
Oh my God, it's like they ate Africa.
Woo wee!
That's what happens when you hold your
Laid
farts
the
out.
reins
What's wrong?
down and everything. Fuck you.
Well, with that, I think we've come
All
to the
right,
end
kids.
of our
Well,
show.
thank you so much for tuning in this week. As always,
Well, be sure to join us next week. Same bad time, same bad
we'll
show.
be
Where
here.
can you find us?
Find
Yeah,
us
where
on
can you find
Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can follow us on X at ProWrestlingTD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, ProWrestlingThrowdown.com, where you can access both the merch store
Merch store.
and don't forget to donate. 1 in a lifetime. 4 in a lifetime.
4 in a
technically.
lifetime,
Once in a
technically.
lifetime set ever being made. Pro Wrestling Throwdown merch. $1 donation to get you 1 ticket. $10 to get you 10 tickets, so on and so forth. Whoever wins gets all 4 mugs. Never going to be replicated, never going to be made again because these are a misprint, so they're literally one of a kind. Also, don't forget the Ride for 5, please, guys. If you enjoyed the show,
The
enjoy
drive
the
for
stream.
5. Ride for 5 is a completely different thing.
Oh, that's where I'm
sir.
going after this. The Drive for 5, 500 subscribers.
Dang, man.
500 subscribers
Five.
by SummerSlam is our goal. We're sitting pretty, I think, at 307 right now. So please promote if you can. Share us to your social medias. Tell your friends about us. We'd be so appreciative. We hit that 500 margin. We're going to do a special show. Might do a live stream of SummerSlam or something. We haven't figured it out yet. But,
Right.
But please don't forget us. Don't forget to tune in sometime next week when we do this again. Whatever time we do it, based on my schedule right now, and that's kind of crazy. So
All right. Well, with that being said,
you guys know the
Great
drill.
show.
Great show, and keep it in the ring.
also keep it in the ring.
Yeah, keep it in the ring. So anyway, I was digging this cap out of